Hi everyone. Welcome to It's Up to You Really, the first ever actual play of Zombie Survivalist Second Edition by Nick Walker, Cody Hawley, and Riley Hopkins. Um, I'm Eclipse, the GM, uh, and we'll go left to right in stream order. Stephen.
Hi, I'm Steven. I use they, she pronouns. I'm playing Tark, who uses they, them pronouns. A very confused capitalist lizard.
Audiovore.
I'm Audiovore. I use he, him pronouns. I'm playing Garvel Sand. Also uses he, him pronouns. Tired old man.
And Bella.
Uh, I'm a rabbit. I'm she dash they. That's my character. I'm playing. My pronouns are step, and that they go by they dash them.
Uh, it's also Bella's birthday. Happy birthday, Bella.
Yeah,
It's Fun birthday.
birthday.
Funny day.
Tap birth.
Birthday.
In
Hmm.
uh in leaving when it's your birthday. Uh Actually, I don't know. I don't know what birthday celebrations are like in leaving. I have no idea.
Get a rock.
Imagine it varies from region to region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today,
The Eastern Wizards definitely have very different traditions than the Western communes.
yeah, for sure. Uh, so today we do not have clip Marcy. We are going to play uh, nonetheless, and yeah. So last time, we caught back up with the Prime Square folks. They have a big wall now, which is maybe not very helpful for them in some ways. Um, they're they're trying to protect themselves from the Caravel Swamp Gun Club, the Parliament, uh, whole maybe the Sable Sanctuary, all sorts of threats, all sorts of problems, and yeah, uh, while that's going on, there are spirits called the Atrophy of sorry no the Rainbow of Atrophy who are moving from east to west across leaving from the font which is in the middle region of leaving uh, and their arrival promises uh, a a warning, a gift, uh, perhaps some information, and you have to use them to fight people with the same birthday. Gotcha. Um, but yeah, that's what's happening. And last time, the Caravel Swamp Gun Club attacked Prime Square, and uh, on their defeat, we met two new friends. We met a living saddle that was attached to a tiger, and we met the tiger, who claimed to basically have been like in sort of a stasis for a long time, and is now looking for the swordsman who presumably is Lithune and who is dead. So yeah, I guess we can cut right back. It's nighttime. It was morning. It's nighttime now because Clip made it so. I think Clip will like go back into town at this point, and go on her own business. And yeah, this big tiger, and it has just asked like, has anyone seen the swordsman? Or I'm looking for the swordsman.
Uh, you mean Lethune?
Yes. His name is Slithun. I'm looking for him. We were supposed
Sorry
to
to
go fight.
say, sorry to say, he boarded a silver sailboat.
Yeah, he's
No,
dead.
Wasn't too terribly long ago. He did kill the speaker in one hit before he died. So that's probably about what 10 years ago.
Yeah,
So he
he
did
did do
get
that.
that done. He did get that done.
well, at least
Um,
he's fulfilled his destiny.
yeah. I mean,
No,
he left the sword. I think I know where it is. Maybe.
I'd like to see it wherever it is. They put that confounded saddle on me. It must have been. Uh, I mean, it's been a bit more than 10 years ago. I don't know. I should also probably find my brother. He's probably worried sick about me.
Well, you're welcome to come into town and get caught up on recent history, and
Yeah.
see if you can. We'll
Yeah.
help you as best we can.
That
Sure.
would be very helpful. Thank you.
And I'm sure Saddle will probably be wanting to apologize for the past while. It didn't really have. I was talking to it earlier. It didn't really have a heck a lot of choice in the matter either.
Yes, I was required to do such things for my creators. My apologies, good tiger. You
We're
don't need
working
to call
on.
me Tiger. My name's Trugan. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Trugan.
Nice to meet you, Trogan.
We're
Hi,
working
yeah.
on rejiggering the runic array there, and so hopefully Saddle won't have to like impinge upon a creature's will anymore.
Is that
Yes.
something you know about?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch. I used to know them professionally.
I see.
Oh, it's gonna take some tinkering, but I can figure it out. I might need your help though.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with those kind of things, but I can give it my best shot, I guess.
Rune work is kind of like the engineering of magic, so I think like your mindset might help.
Clips.
Yeah.
As like, what, uh, what like kind of robot that I am. Am I familiar with the like saddles?
I'd say so. I'd say use some familiarity.
And is there anything I could probably give that might be helpful that we don't already know?
Uh, hmm. Trying to think if there's anything that I can just give you, because you'd probably have to roll for anything beyond that.
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
say like hmm. These sorts of things, they can be like the same part that makes a being like this have sentience can be the part that makes it like uh that makes it do things that it doesn't want to do. So you have to be very careful about what you remove and what you modify.
Yeah. So if we're gonna be saddle, we're probably gonna have to be a bit careful about going about it. Uh, it's doesn't look like brain surgery, but it definitely is going to be brain surgery.
Well, I hope you're able to do it right. Actually, what's I need to get distinguish. I need to distinguish these two voices. So the saddle is like, yes, I hope you get it right. I'll finally be able to stop having to tame beasts and engage in my true passion, dance.
I
The
mean,
the saddle lightly wiggles.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it would
was
have been
I was thinking we'd the folks at the Cerberus
this.
could probably help
Go
you out.
ahead.
The folks at the Cerberus could probably help you out. I know they've helped a couple people with similar issues.
Hmm.
That would be wonderful.
Is that place where we got shot at by the snipers?
Yeah. Them Caravel swamp fellas get everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're here too, so it's not any more dangerous than anywhere else.
Perhaps we could head there in the morning. This fog makes everything awful dark.
Yeah. It was morning not too long ago, but something's up with the moon lately. Now that there is a
Oh,
moon.
uh, I went towards the moon. Hey, day.
You cannot make a day, sadly.
You don't have that item.
Yeah.
Sad. I mean, it had eyes. It might have been able to hear me.
Doesn't work like that, sadly. Usually you need
Maybe-
eyes to see or ears to hear.
Maybe it's
That's
just
fair.
getting adjusted. You know, it was part of the sun, right? Or something. It's
I know.
it's confused as to what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make any claims that really understanding it, but let's take a break.
Yeah, let's go back inside. I guess I could put the wall down too for the moment.
Um, cool. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll rations and recreation, so everyone will get 3d6. I'll just do it all as one for each for all of you. So this will be rations for health. Everyone gets 9 wins back, and 5 stress back.
Hooray!
In the middle of your resting, uh, Garvel,
That's
you
right.
uh, I guess the best way to describe this is like every time, like I feel like you get through like a few, you may get through like 100 pumps of your heart, like 100 heartbeats, and there's always like a click, uh, that occurs at the 100th, and you can set your watch by it. Like it's almost kind of a good way to keep time if you don't have a watch on you. Uh, but you start noticing it to go faster. Like it just starts going faster and faster and faster. And there's like disruption occurring on like your ears and your eyes. Like it's like a very like intense uh like V pattern almost that's just like striking your
So a lot of
sensory.
art, like a lot of artifacting in my HUD and uh, like static noise.
Yeah. Um and then like every part of your perception that was digital is just clear for now. And in the darkness, like I think most people are like either asleep or just like keeping to themselves in their homes. Uh you see a figure of pure light walking down into the caves. And like every time your heart tries to beat, it's just a click, but somehow like you're still up and you're still conscious.
Well, the heartbeat was put there mostly for the comfort of other people. Uh,
This is what it really sounds like, is what you're saying.
yeah, yeah. This is basically with all like the a lot of like Gar- Garvel's heart, as it were, doesn't actually need to beat because his blood is all nanomachines and they can just do their own thing.
Right.
Uh, and similarly, his lungs are also like his breathing is also mostly just to make for most of the time to make other people feel comfortable around him, and then when they had their masks on, it created like an intimidating hissing noise.
That's really scary.
Right? So it was his heartbeat and breathing is purely cosmetic.
Yeah. Does anyone want to see this happening?
I guess it's up to Garble. Does anybody, audio, or does anybody see it, or is it mostly just you?
Garvel always locks his door when he goes to sleep.
Hmm.
So unless somebody was like sneaking around, peeking in, I don't think they'd
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
it doesn't
Yeah.
seem
But
like Tark would have seen this.
Also,
but
question: rest is how you recover wounds, right? I gotta recover 5 wounds, right?
Yes. Yeah, 5 stress and it was like 9 wins, I think.
yeah, 9 wounds and 5 stress.
Yeah, so you see this figure of light walking down to the caves. Do you follow?
Uh, I I think Garvel doesn't want to, but his body gets up and follows anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense. Uh, you are in a, uh, you're in caves that you recognize for a while, and then the figure, like, raises a spear, with, like, a sun motif on it, and, like, pounds through some rock and just, like, drills it apart, and you're heading deeper and deeper and deeper until you arrive, uh, like way underground, even beneath like the source of the like fertile soil in Prime Square, and you are like approaching this like huge lava bed, um, where there are like a few like kind of platforms of obsidian and basalt that you can kind of walk across, and at the far end, uh, you see sort of shadowed in this place, a figure. It looks sort of like Garvel, but like part of this figure is Garvel, and part of this figure is like this strange golden, almost slug-like being that's moving uh, toward the half and half creature. And the like glimmering slug at one point stops and turns towards Garvel and says, Your your progress has failed you. I believe a kill switch has been turned on.
About time.
Yes.
Wanted to do it in myself, but wouldn't have worked.
Garvel, I didn't want to have to do this, but you have a choice now. The wide, vast past dedicated to the Potentate, grand golden and silver fortresses. These things await you. But the cost will be paid in blood. The cost will be paid in bodies. Is that a cost you are willing to take?
There's already been too much of that. I ain't I ain't one to bet on the past anymore.
Then you will die, and I will leave you here. And the Duke of the Sun, the Heartbreaker, uh, continues to step across the lava toward this mix of Garvel and and him, and the Duke of the Sun, like this person, this Duke of Sand seems to be in like a complete, almost like catatonic state, or not, maybe not catatonic, but like just like a contemplative state, and the um the Duke of the Sun like reaches inside of him and like almost seems to like open up his very soul and like step inside, um and the Duke of the Sun looks up with glowing eyes and like seems to start moving towards Garvel as if to fight Garvel, but there's
Can
nothing
I
keeping Garvel up at this point.
so and just so I can make sure I'm understanding the scene correctly. So like I'm imagining like the spirit just kind of like manifested out of the halberd,
Yes, 100%.
and like when that happens, all of its like LEDs and shit and all its like pumping veins and stuff just stop. They just cease
Yeah.
immediately. And now it's just sort of like a lifeless lump of old metal.
Yeah. Um and like I think the like the part of this Duke of the Sand that's Garvel is like very quickly like thrown away. It just like this person just becomes entirely the Duke of the Sun, like covered in these like elaborate, glimmering golden ornaments, with this like long slug-like tail, um, and I think he leaves the Heartbreaker, and he says, "What's going to happen is going to happen no matter what, Garvel Sand. I gave you a chance to be involved. Now I only ask that you stay out of my way."
This world don't need old men like us anymore. You should learn to accept that.
And I think he just like steps away. He heads back up through the cave and and escapes in the night. Um,
Now, correct me if my interpretation is wrong, but I imagine there's like a half-formed, like young version of Garvel that's just like kind of lying on the ground now.
oh yeah, 100%.
That was like ejected from the Gestalt body.
There's dying old Garvel and dying young Garvel on the ground in the same spot, or not in the same spot, in a similar spot.
I'm gonna at this point Garvel has to use like has to use what was once Heartbreaker to hold himself up, and he's gonna go on over to his younger self and like grab him, say, "Hey, we can't die yet. We made too many mistakes to go out yet." And I want to start trying to carry him out to get help.
Oh god, this is really good. Yeah, I mean, you can just do that. So old Garvel is carrying young Garvel on his shoulders, and
Yeah, I've got him in like a fireman's carry over my shoulders, and I'm using Heartbreaker as like a walking stick to support myself.
yeah, I think it's probably best if Tark or Seb find these two. Who wants to find them?
I have the last rights move, so that could so thematically that could work because that could be flavored as me helping, me knowing how to do first aid, maybe.
Oh yeah, what does
Yeah.
last rites do again?
When an ally meets, let me read it. When you and an ally meet with them, 2d6 stress to have them automatically roll a 10 plus. Those that are waiting for them to cross the gates won't be thrilled. This is mechanically, but I feel like with me having this, that kind of means Seb knows some kind of first aid, so they might be able to help somewhat.
Yeah, that makes
I think
sense.
that makes sense that Seb would find Garvel, because does Seb sleep?
No, they probably don't.
Yeah.
Tark is probably asleep, so I think it makes sense that Seb's just like around.
I don't know if I feel like Seb should take stress for this because this is very narrative, right? Like it's almost entirely like. I mean, I don't know. What do we think? Like, should Seb take? It was 7. If we accept it.
It's her
I don't
birthday. Let her have it.
This is true.
Stress.
Yeah, it is your birthday. I'll give you this one. Yeah, you just like I think I yeah, go ahead.
I imagine the chamber was like super hot, right?
Yeah.
And probably most of Garvel's sort of like sleep clothes weren't particularly heavy and are probably halfway burnt off.
That makes
And
sense.
this will be like the first time anyone he knows, like in his new life, will have seen him without long sleeve everything. This is going to be just like a mishmash of different parts, cybernetics of varying ages, a couple grafts of clone tissue here and there, and all just kind of kludged together.
Yeah. So I guess is Seb saving both Garvels in this case?
Just so yeah, I like Seb's probably gonna like find is Garvel like standing like when Seb finds him, or how is Garvel doing when Seb finds him?
I think by the time I've reached like gotten close to the surface, like chunks have been falling off the both of us.
Christ.
Like little, like, you know, as Garvel's kill switch is shutting down all of its various cybernetic parts, and some of them are just falling off. And of course, young Garvel was only ever half formed through the time shenanigans. So he was like only half there to begin with, and like half spectral.
Okay, I have an idea. I don't know if this is too dark,
Yeah.
but what if there's only enough Garvel to make one?
That's kind of where I'm going with it.
That's
Yeah.
That's
very
kind of where I was going.
Yeah,
Uh,
that makes sense to me.
yeah. So I guess Seb's probably gonna like find. Does Seb like find them like near the caves or?
But
Yeah.
Heartbreaker, the weapon, doesn't function without a consciousness.
Right.
So there might only be enough parts for one Garvel body, but there is a place for both minds.
Yeah. God.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah. So I'm guessing like, do I find near the caves? Like, where do I find Garvel?
Probably near the
Uh,
caves,
let's
right?
see.
Well, to get to the caves, you have to go through the underground parliament facility. So probably in there.
Yeah.
So Seb's probably just wandering around to get a feel of the place, and they probably
Yeah.
find Garvel, like in this horrible mess they're going through. And
Just
they
kind of
probably-
like dragging himself across the floor.
holy formatting, Garvel, what the hell's going to happen to you?
Okay, let me put on my freaky robot voice. Progress has been destroyed. Kill switch in all operatives is active.
All right, let's. I, 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 I don't know how to. Let's. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch that because right now it's an emergency, and I'm gonna be honest. There's no time for questions, and I guess Seb's gonna try to. I'm guessing Garbles doesn't really has the energy to like basically put any fight against getting some meta played, right? Well,
That's what he has been like clinging to life, hoping to find that.
yeah. So Seb's probably gonna like lay him down, lay him down. I guess start trying to do the best they can with their knowledge. So some
Yeah.
last rites, I guess.
Cool.
People
Yeah.
today will not be thrilled, but yeah.
So Carl has been waiting for Garvel Sand for a bit, and will be
We've
waiting
met
longer.
before.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a brief moment where both of me show up at the coast. Carl looks confused at us, and then we disappear.
100%.
Yeah.
I also think like the tragedy here is that this is something that like Carl's probably not told Garvel yet, but like I think Akaro believes that Garvel can go to the void. Like I think Akaro believes that Garvel is enlightened. But like like he keeps surviving.
Erval refuses to die.
Yeah. Like he can be at peace
different-
forever,
for
but
different reasons at different points in his life, but he
Yeah.
refuses to die. There is always more to do.
um
Uh, so what do you see? What do you say? Seb would probably have some medical tools to help with this.
yeah, probably on person, just like, even just like simple
Yeah.
laser cutters and stuff that can be repurposed.
I honestly imagine this process as much like magical and esoteric as it is like medical and mechanical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Seb's basically a magical robot, so I imagine they probably have some magic.
Yeah.
Yes, but yeah, that's kind of how I picture it. Like Garvel's like at the gates, and then just suddenly he disappears from the gate, and he's in the cave again with Seb standing over him with the
I-
fabric of tools laying out.
I just imagine the scene like on the coast with a Carol both Garvels show up, look at each other, look at a Carl, say simultaneously, "Not yet," and disappear.
Good.
Yeah.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
Which question for audio for which
Yeah.
Garvel will be living in the gun?
I think it's young Garvel.
Makes sense.
Young Garvel hasn't learned the lessons that old Garvel has, and is more comfortable with being a tool for violence. So I
Yeah.
think they're the one that would take better to it.
Hey, just thought about something. Uh, your heart is a bullet you use with your body.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
Jesus. Yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Sure is now.
literally a reference to the Duke of the Sun's plan, which has not been fully enumerated, but we'll get there. Um, also refers to this apparently.
It's an instruction manual for the operation of this weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Garvel, uh, Seb manages to reconstruct Garvel, um, with like this other soul, this like the soul of the soul of the younger Garvel Sand, uh, like bound to his life and his cybernetics and keeping him alive. And it's not necessarily a stable system. Like it's a stable system in the sense that he can walk and he can do the things that he used to do, but like it's maybe even more dangerous than when he had the Duke of the Sun in his gun. Uh,
All right. Garvel, I'm going to be honest. This, what I patched up for you is not stable, and you got stitches 301, both physical and metaphysical, but for now, it should do.
That's okay. I just got a few things to scratch off the bucket list before I board that boat.
Yeah, you probably need to go to the infirmary and rest before you go checking out your bucket list, though. I'm not joking about those many stitches. They were a lot.
Looks like a couple welded seams too, by the look of it.
Yeah, I had to bring out my whole toolkit for this. You were doing bad.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Just don't mention this mess to anybody. And he just gestures broadly at his body.
Seven nods. I'll try my best, but I'm pretty sure you're going to need to explain how you got in this state somehow when we take you to the infirmary.
I'm not going there.
Clips, is that why?
It'll sort itself out.
I mean, you brought it back. You brought him back from death, so
Yeah, that's fair. Well, alright. Well, if you don't want to let anyone. I'm not a doctor, but if you have any further issues or anything, I could try to help out, I guess, if you want to keep this secret. But
I gotta
again,
find like a lab coat or something to wear to walk home.
yeah,
Damn pajamas burnt up down there.
I'm gonna take off my trench coat and give it to Garvel. Here, just borrow this for
Yeah,
now.
I'll get it back to you in the morning. Thanks.
Yeah, just I'm not. Just keep in mind, I am not a doctor. So my help with whatever happens is very limited.
That's fine. We'll figure it out. And I gotta go lay down now.
Yeah, yeah, that's a very good idea. You've lost a lot of blood.
Oh, I can come scrape that up tomorrow.
Yeah.
He goes like squats down to the ground, and like some of like his blood on the ground just kind of wriggles into his hand and then merges back into his skin.
God. Scary.
Yeah,
Horrifying.
I'll pick up some more of that tomorrow.
Oh, wow, I had
do-
no access to that tech when I was around.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works. I just know they put it in me a while ago. And,
Yeah, you don't
and I ain't got much older since.
you don't need any help to get back to your road view. Or
Yeah, I can make it fine.
all right.
And as I'm like walking out the door, I think I'm out of earshot. I think I'm out of earshot. But Seb probably can still hear me with their keen robot senses. And Garvel just kind of looks at the weapon and says, "I guess you and I need to have a long talk about the last 80 years."
Jesus. Okay. In the morning, uh, a the light returns. It is daytime again. It's actually morning this time, and that's an interesting thought. Like maybe it's not that night is being weird; it's that day is being weird. You can't tell. Anyways, uh, the the sun is back. The light is back in the sky, um, and yeah, I think the saddle is very excited to go see your friends over at Cerberus. But if anyone wants to do anything before you go, feel free.
And at this point, so am I.
Yeah. I guess before we go, Sib's probably going to ask Garble if he still needs Seb's trench coat or if he's
Oh, I
fine.
give it back in the morning.
Oh yeah,
I've got my own
nice.
clothes. I've got my own clothes on.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Cool. Um, any other things that people want to do?
Lasso check. Boffo bat check. Big ass halberd check.
Yeah, Seb's kind of their own multi-tool. Everything they need is in their own body.
Cool. Let's do an on the road again, if that's the case, to head to the server. I think it'll only be one because y'all have a good
Sounds
amount of good amount of supplies and rations.
Yeah.
So who wants to roll survivability?
I have a bonus of 1 to that.
I have a 0 to it.
I think I have a +2.
Oh,
Yeah, I do. I could roll it if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
cool.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
spent all my advancements on stats because I'm a filthy 5e player.
Fair. So you got a 7 to 9. Got a 9.
Cool.
So we both gain 2 hold. Go ahead and pick yours.
Let's find a detour that leads somewhere fascinating. I like that. And let's also minimize drawing attention to ourselves.
Cool. I will say that I think something is led to you and -1 security, and I think what that thing is, and I think I'll make this like clear in character as well as out, is that there is a white drone following the group, and then also I think danger appears, but not in the form of like a creature. I think there's a chunk storm happening, and there are swords falling from the sky.
Oh dear.
Oh shit.
Oh, I hate this kind of weather.
Yeah. Steven, do you have any interest in narrating what your 2 things, or do you want me to do it?
I mean, I think just minimize drawing attention to ourselves is I think everyone's in sort of a somber mood and nobody's really talking too much, so we're not it's not too hard for us to be just on the road and inconspicuous. And a detour that leads somewhere fascinating. I don't know, Bella, if you have thoughts on this, but it would be cool if we went somewhere that Seb recognized.
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Maybe somewhere that they were in the past, and we could have a little scene with that.
Oh yeah. What would be the nearest place I used to be? What about what about what about the old parliamentarian? Uh, what about an old parliamentarian?
Hang on, you cut out. What was that last part?
What about an old parliamentarian jail?
Oh, that's interesting.
Like an old abandoned one.
Yeah, I like the idea that it's like burnt out, like
Yeah.
kind of like small, like medium-sized building, with like you can kind of see that the frame of like the steel bars, some of the roofing is still up, but it's like this is probably a 3-story building. It's like a 2.5-story building now. It's
Yeah.
been like firebombed basically. Uh, like most of it is scorched. The brick is scorched. The wood flooring is scorched, and there are a few like metal desks with some knickknacks inside.
Would you say there's any surviving files or papers that you could read?
Uh, I would say there are probably a couple. A lot of them are very like situational, like not situational. They're very serial. Like it's like uh 18th attempt at catching known criminal uh Big Beard McGee um on the west coast of leaving. Uh, they
Would you
escaped by burying into the sand.
say there's anything that mentions Seb, like name wise?
Uh,
We're like looking through this because of the storm that's happening.
I need to remember what Seb's actual name is. What is Seb's actual name? I know it's Superb something.
It was superb section.
Yeah, Superb Section. That's right.
Yeah, superb section.
Yeah, there is one mention of Superb Section. Uh, though it's not direct, it is mentioned on a police report, a secret police report. Um, Seb is mentioned as a secondary agent on a case related to uh, a broadcasting channel that they could not figure out, coming from seemingly nowhere and everywhere all at once. Seb was an associate officer on the Triger case.
I was just gonna suggest that.
Yeah.
You beat me to it.
So could I have some context of what the Tricor case is?
Yeah, I'd say Seb is able to collect that. There was a children's show that was being broadcast across the entirety of Leaving, um, for approximately the last 40 years, as of writing, and it basically most of its sentiments are very radical, and they tried to understand how it was being made, who was making it. They even interviewed like people who, or that they went after people who were involved with it. They found nothing. Like the people were not willing to talk. And like even through like very well, okay. Torture doesn't work at all. You won't get actually
Yeah.
valuable information from torture. B, when they tried it, they didn't get useful information. Uh, and like they were not able to get anything to the extent that I would say like after the first or second person they pretty much gave up like trying to use any method than other than just like asking genuinely, because it's like at a certain point they just got fucking so confused about what was even happening.
Uh, I I really think we should get out of here as soon as possible once the storm dies down.
Why? It seems like it's abandoned. Is there something wrong with this place?
I think this place is not. I think this place is a physical manifestation of bad memories.
An old,
Uh,
old,
oh,
old Parliament prison.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if there's a few ghosts hanging around.
is this somewhere you've been before, Seb?
I don't know. I, 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 I don't remember it, but there is a report that mentions me by name.
Oh, you're oh,
A report about a Tiger case.
oh, yeah. I guess they wouldn't like that.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, I was apparently one of the agents involved in that investigation, which is not.
You did some very
Yeah,
bad things not to catch that fucker.
I don't think that thing. I, I don't know if that thing that I did by not catching him.
Yes, but you did some very bad things in the pursuit of catching him.
Oh, I thought you were like talking like the gun form, like
Oh no,
saying that.
I'm talking as the gun.
Yeah, I thought you were saying it was very bad that I did.
Oh no. I'm saying you did some very bad things,
You
not
didn't
not
even
to
catch
catch.
him.
Yeah, you didn't even catch him.
Yeah,
The ends,
yeah.
you don't even have ends to justify the means because you didn't meet your ends.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if I want to fully. I just in general, being around this place makes me uncomfortable. It's like I've said, I don't really have inner memory aside some views and all that, and it's not great. The feeling here is not great.
Well, look at it this way. Well, you might still be responsible for what your previous self did. You get to decide now, here and now, who you're going to be going forward, and how you're
Yeah,
going to make up for that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that is.
it's a good start that you're upset by it, I guess. If you
Yeah,
were
it's.
reading these with joy, that might be a little bit
Yeah,
worse.
it's definitely better. With joy. That's true. That's true. I guess I don't know how comfortable I am looking around here, but should you two probably take a look if there's anything interesting here, or
I mean, yeah, I don't really want to go outside in Sword Storm, so
yeah, I'll try to
guess we
keep a
can.
lookout. Then I'll keep a lookout here then, and you can go take a look around.
All right. Eclipse, can I roll? What is it? Consider the following to like look around the building.
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool.
That is with your wits.
All
Uh,
right, I got +3.
cool. +3 to wits. Let's see. Ba. That's an 11. So you get I think 3 questions, and you get forward on them.
Yeah, and I have the move. I have a PhD, so I get an extra question on consider the following.
Oh, hell yeah.
So that's good.
I'm gonna
All
write
right,
these
cool.
down so I can
See
actually
them
do
now.
these. Cool. Oh, I
Um,
dropped them. Let me put them back up. There you go.
yeah, I mean I can open the PDF too.
Yeah, sorry.
Cool. I think we're pretty clear on the vibe here. Um,
Yeah,
Let's go
here's
with
not good.
what is out of place, what is familiar to me, what happened here recently, and I guess also like maybe something like what do I need to do to get through this storm? Like, is there anything in here that we can use to brave the storm? Because Seb clearly doesn't want to hang out here for an extended period of time.
Yeah. What is out of place? There is a very well defended safe that appears to have evidence painted on the side, just the word evidence. There is, in terms of what's familiar, there are. Oh, you know what? Here's a good one to hint at stuff that's been hinted at before, um, especially for Tark. There are signs of like hole drilling equipment, uh, including I think there's a jackhammer, and there's actually I think here there's a dirt tunnel leading down, um, which I think also answers what happened here recently. A tunnel was bored, and
Yep.
you could potentially use this tunnel to get through the storm. Uh, Alternatively, I'll say there is like a uh, what would it even be? I think there's like a heavy it's like a military canoe almost. Like it's like a bulletproof canoe that you can potentially use to as like
Nice.
a like if all three of you got like under the canoe, you could potentially use it to get out of the storm without going through the tunnel.
Okay. Um. Yeah. So I guess Tarko say like, hey, I think Hole's been here. Like that jackhammer, definitely Hole made. And if you look at how some of this rock's been moved, there should be oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, somebody's digging here. There's a tunnel. I don't know where it's gonna go, but somebody's been digging here for some reason.
We're pretty dang far away.
Yeah, we're way out of range of their usual stomping
Oh,
grounds. I don't know what they're doing here.
I wonder what they were looking for out this far.
Uh, who knows? Probably not resources this far out, but it's an old
Yeah.
Parliament place. Could be anything. They have all sides. They have all sorts of weird tech.
Yeah, might have still been a few intact weapons too.
Maybe. Um, there's a evidence locker over there. I don't know if that's something we have any interest in. If it was evidence for the Parliament, I bet it's useful to us. Who knows? Um, so we could.
Maybe we got some old radical leaflets.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking more weapons, but maybe it's leaflets, less useful. Yeah. So we could check out this tunnel if you wanna do something while we're get us out of the building anyway.
I'm guessing you've probably gotten Seb at this point and brought him over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're like we're the whole group is like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
being filled
I'm
in.
just trying to narratively fill in what Eclipse has told me.
Yeah. Just to pitch something in here. I think there is a strong possibility that the evidence locker is full of just leaflets that are out of date. The speaker dead. That is true, but there's also a stronger possibility that locker is full of things that have been taken from people that are probably still alive today. And if we could open that, and we might end up stumbling upon those people, and we could give it back to them, maybe.
That's true.
so I think it's
Concerns
probably a
private
good,
property.
yeah. So it might be a good idea to open up the locker.
Anybody
something to
here? I don't suppose either of you are a locksmith.
I might actually Eclipse. What do you think is the chance that I know the code to this?
I'm trying to think if there's like a move that I can make you do for that. Hmm.
I could do. I could do well actually, but that says it's green grain stress, and I don't have stress. Does that still work?
Wait, are you out of stress?
Wait, am I supposed to have max stress at the beginning?
Yeah, you're supposed to have math. Like you
Well,
higher number is good.
well, actually recovers stress. I think what they
Oh,
mean is they're at full stress.
oh yeah, I don't know then. I mean, I guess it should.
No, no, I meant that I have no bad stress. I mean, like I have not gained or
Right.
lost any stress. So should it be full or empty?
Uh, if you haven't lost any stress, it should be full. You should have full
Yeah.
stress.
Okay.
It,
Okay.
it's like your mental hit points basically.
Yeah.
Right? So it
Uh,
starts at full and counts down.
So I guess since can I still use this even if can I still use this
yes.
even if I okay, so I'm gonna do that then, and so you'll get one hold. No, I know the code to this.
Cool. Yeah, you're able to pop it open. Um,
Yeah. It's a side.
all right. So there are a couple things in it. The first thing is a ceramic snake eyes, which is a what was the things that I gave it? Uh, it deals 1d4 damage, and it has brittle and no scope. Uh, it's a magic knife made for killing people.
Boy.
I'll put that in general chat really quick. 1d4 brittle, no scope. The thing to keep in mind about this is that the no scope tag says when you roll the lowest you possibly can on your attack roll, you instantly kill your target. This is not like a lot of the time when characters reach 0 wounds, I let y'all decide if they die. This is a knife made for killing people.
Yeah,
If
they
you roll
die.
if you roll 2 on your 2d6 attack roll, they're dead now.
Yes, this is a
Oh,
1d4
it's-
though, so it's one. If you roll 1, they are dead.
It's on the damage roll, not the.
Oh, is it the damage roll? I thought it was the
Yeah.
attack roll.
It's the damage roll.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, which is why it being 1d4 is really good.
Yeah, I consider making it discount too, just to make it even more nasty, but I
Yeah.
didn't. That would have made you roll
When I-
disadvantage on damage.
When I was looking at that tag in the book, I assumed it meant the attack roll. Like
No, it's the damage.
or specifically like the swing for the fences, right?
Yeah, it's when you roll. Oh wait, no, you're right. On your attack roll. Yeah, so I guess that's. What was the other one that I?
But then you would miss, because if you roll the lowest you possibly can, you miss.
Right, I guess that means that you just instantly roll a possibly.
I think it would be instead of like the miss, or maybe you still get the 2 negatives from swing for the fences, but you also kill them.
And does that trigger
Right.
brittle? Because brittle says when you miss with this weapon, it breaks.
What was the? There was another one that I considered for this that I might just do instead because I think I misunderstood no scope.
Just find a prison shank.
And granted, Snake Eyes is a perfect name for a no scope no scope
This
weapon.
is true. Yeah, we'll just
Yeah.
go with the way that it is. I think that works. So if you roll 2, which is not very likely, but if it happens,
I think the effective no scope in that case overwrites the effective brittle.
yeah, so probably not brittle.
Right, because you don't miss. You clearly hit. They're
Yeah.
dead.
But if you
Yeah.
so like 2, you hit and kill them and get 2 negatives. I think.
Right. What was
And
I
if
think
you roll
whereas-
3, it breaks. You do
Yeah.
no damage, and you get 2 negatives.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
if you roll
do-
if you roll 3 to 6, it breaks. You deal no damage. It gets 2 negative.
Yeah.
I'm gonna boost the odds a bit. I'm gonna make it inaccurate in no scope. So it rolls 3d6 and takes the lowest two.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a
It's
chance
a
that it doesn't.
It's a fragile but very dangerous blade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other things that are in here. There is a Trigger doll. A like Trigger plush in here. There is a like full uh I don't really think this is useful for much, but there is a like full dinosaur Kigurumi. Um
Why is that in there?
Is that that's the body pillows?
I thought full dinosaur
No.
Kigurumi was a wrestler.
Oh, it's a onesie. Okay.
yeah. And
What kind of dinosaur?
I think that's it. It's like a T-Rex. It's like a green T-Rex.
I think Goofensworth, Marbleberry, Chelsworth the Sixth would enjoy that Traeger doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know their Pogs are their favorite toy, but they're the only named child in the town, so
This is true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak out of character here. I personally ask why the Parliament police like confiscated a Kigurumi, but my bigger question is why did you decide to plan to include this in its locker?
This locker didn't exist until a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
But also,
Okay, fine.
specifically, it's because it smells like weed.
Yeah.
that's the thing about leaving is nothing exists until it's perceived.
That's right.
Do you know? Do y'all know anybody who would probably be interested in this dinosaur outfit?
Definitely not. No, I don't know anyone who would be interested in wearing such a nice outfit.
Seb's probably gonna pick up the knife, but like hanging it from their hand, from this handle, like with two hands, like it's some kind of like it's garbage or something. And go. I don't think anybody's gonna want this.
I'll hold on to it.
Yeah, I'll give it to Gravel.
Cool. I think we should take a break.
That sounds good.
How long of a break do we want?
4,000 years.
5
Damn.
minutes is fine.
Let's go
That's
5
a
minutes.
long break.
All right.
I don't know if I have that kind of time.
We'll be back. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back in
Well,
5 minutes. See you in a bit.
See ya.
Hi, we're
Hey,
back.
welcome. Hey, welcome back to. Hey, welcome back to Up to Really It's You.
That's right.
The world's only actual play.
The only actual play of ever.
We are betting this. It's real, and we are patching it right now.
All other actual plays are actually pretend plays.
Right.
And
No,
they because they're all like part of It's Up to You really. They're all take place within different regions of leaving.
That's right.
the part that makes this actual is if your character dies, you die in real life.
Oh no. It's a good thing Garvel didn't die.
Yeah, as I said, I refuse to.
Critical
That's why
Role
it's true.
is in It's Up to You really, but everybody hates it and wishes it didn't happen. There's a fandom, but it's very toxic. Anyways, not gonna start beef on the actual play. Uh,
There's a fandom in Leaving that's very toxic, or there's a fandom in real life.
who knows?
Is there a fandom for It's Up to You in leaving, but they don't actually know? They don't actually know that they're in leaving.
I don't know. Probably not. uh, so before the break, you looked through the locker, you got the stuff. What are you like? Make sure that at least someone, if you're gonna take the stuff, make sure at least someone's writing the stuff down because I'm not like writing up like a group inventory or anything.
Yeah.
We're taking the plushie, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna like give it to a kid once we get back.
Okay, just keep it in mind that you have it.
Yeah.
I'll write it on my sheet for now.
Tark
Cool.
will as surreptitiously as possible take the dinosaur onesie.
Excellent.
Everyone gives you a thumbs up and says it looks great on you.
It's awesome.
Tark just like would blush but is a lizard so does not. But looks very bashful about it.
I really see a picture of Tarkin the dinosaur onesie.
I will note this is a real item that you've obtained.
Yeah, no, I know. I wrote it down.
You obtained dinosaur suit.
Oh shit! It has.
Yeah,
That's
it has stats. It is
100%.
armor 3, retrievable
good.
parentheses element. 1. Wait, what does that mean? Retrievable.
I thought when I saw dinosaur suit, I thought like it was a mascot uniform that was like as a dinosaur. I didn't think it was like a that.
Oh no, it is. It just has powers. So does element. I think element is written incorrectly on this. It should be just element 1.
Well, I think you choose an element, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm trying to find the
What?
tag.
Hmm.
What does that mean? I actually don't know what that means. Uh,
That's the one small bad thing about doing small TTRPGs is that you can't really Google things and find out by Googling.
yeah,
What
so
are you trying to figure out, Eclipse?
I guess what you can do is just choose like acid, uh, earth, ice, light, poison, radiant, necrotic.
Alternatively, you could choose like pterodactyl, mastodon, triceratops,
Oh,
tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
clearly Power Rangers. This
Hey,
is Power Rangers Kigurumi.
Because like
hey,
the item description is this is a Power Ranger spandex outfit.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is
Hey.
also a Kigurumi instead.
Yeah.
hey, Steven, I got a suggestion for what element you could make the suit.
Okay.
Well, I know this isn't like historically accurate because Jurassic Park movies are not great, but like you know how in the movies the Dilophosaurus like spit acid?
Yes.
What if the dinosaur suit was a Dilophosaurus Kigumari and its element was acid?
Maybe.
The implication here seems to be that you transform into a dinosaur, though, to me. Is that right?
I mean, it's your game. If you don't want that to happen, because you've already made it a Kigurumi instead of spandex anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe the retrieval brackets element is meant to represent like it's like the morpher, where it's like you have a thing that it's basically stored. It's like stored in a pocket dimension, and you have like a thing that connects you to it.
Yeah, so you can't
right.
lose it really.
As long as you don't lose like the little summoning device or whatever.
So you can summon a dinosaur using this. I'll say a raptor, which is on page 111. I'll
Oh
put it in.
shoot, that's
Yeah.
even better. Love
You
to
just
summon a
summon
raptor.
now.
All right, so are we getting rid of element?
Well, I think the element is the raptor.
Yeah.
Okay,
Element itself is not a tag.
It's
Yeah.
Raptor 1.
Yeah, retrievable raptor 1.
Summons 1 raptor.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna wear this then, because it's better than my current armor.
Yeah, shit's got magic powers. I may need to draw a puppet of Tark with the with the raptor.
Absolutely. Yeah, without the the little metal
I bet does it have like beautiful feathers on the Kigurumi?
Oh hell yeah.
I bet it does.
Yeah.
Does this armor have a durability? I can look it up.
No, it's only armor. Yeah.
So here's.
Go ahead.
When leaving, we only have historically accurate dinosaurs.
That's right. So
That's
yeah,
right.
with that in mind, are you going down? What are y'all doing now? Because you gotta keep moving forward.
Let's go down the tunnel while carrying the canoe.
Just combining the two.
I don't think we need the canoe in the tunnel.
That's fair.
It's gonna be cramped as it is. Probably. If I know Hole, they've dug exactly as much tunnel as they needed to. No wasted effort.
I bet.
And it's probably tall enough for a fella in some sort of like mechanical digging rig to go through.
Yeah, so it's it won't be too wide.
I feel like if me and Garvel combined our strengths, like I feel like if me and Audio's character like combined their strengths, we could like just like brute force our way through the hole, but it just just making the hole bigger by just walking.
Okay, what I will note is that it is bigger than like it's bigger than it should be. Like it seems like it's not built for a normal humanoid. It seems like it's built for like a tall humanoid.
Okay.
Or
I
a
guess
normal
my main-
humanoid in power armor,
Yeah.
perhaps.
I guess my main question is, did we notice the drone that's following us?
The drone seems to be as curious as you are about this hole.
Yeah, I guess we'll go down the hole then. That's what I suggest at least.
Sure. I'm mighty curious about it, and I'd rather not deal with carrying the canoe overhead would it would keep the swords off us. It would be some mighty noisy.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized? The Garvel Sand image that's there is not the one that I actually own. I mean, I do own it. It's just it has the stock image tags. I have to find the
we because I remember we deliberately wanted to leave the watermarks in.
Oh right, yes, we did that. Okay, cool.
For the gag.
Yes, but I do own those. I own the commercial rights to those images. Just to be clear. Yeah. So, Tark, Garvel, and Seb head down the hole. I think the drone is like watching them from behind, but isn't going in.
I guess I'll wait right to the drone to be nice.
I think the drone doesn't respond to that. Just kind of hangs eerily in the air.
I wonder what's up with the little guy.
I'm invoking sacred rights. Does this drone mean anything to me?
Oh, sacred texts?
Yeah, sacred text.
I think that the technology reminds you of reports that you received from an alternate dimension as part of your classification in the secret police.
Oh, Oh boy. I hope that's not parliamentarian related.
Could be.
Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
we were just traipsing around one of their old prisons. Wouldn't be the biggest surprise if Gouge and her cronies are keeping an eye on some of the old facilities.
I mean, that would make sense, but like, this place has been dead for a long time. I don't think they have the resources to find. I don't think they'd have any use. And if they did, they would have had the resources to man this place anyway.
Should we break it?
Nah.
Yeah,
If
that
the,
sounds.
if whoever's on the other end is friendly, that'd just be rude. And if they're not friendly, it's not like we could ever. So it seems like it's already too late anyway, right?
It's.
I guess so. It's giving me the creeps.
That's why we're leaving.
Yeah.
Garvel, I will say the technology reminds you of the Sable Sanctuary, quite a bit.
Might be some from the Sable Skies folks. Looks kind of like their tech. I've been up to their city once or twice, time or two, and kind of familiar. They're good folk, so I figure it's probably fine.
Good folk going around spying on people.
They're technically spying because we're in.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they'd be spying on people. This is sort of an empty building. Kind of more
I don't know.
coincidence that they bumped into us than anything else.
Maybe. Assuming that drone's been here. How do we know it hasn't been following us for longer?
Oh, what was the name of that guy? That friend we made
There.
a million years ago in Disc 1.
There?
That's right. They were the one who made the banjo, right?
Oh no, sorry, that was Jack. That was Jack
Yeah.
the Coyote.
Yeah. I'll turn to the drone. Hey, tell Jack the Coyote he's been in our thoughts. Have a great day. Then I proceed into the tunnel.
Yeah, the drone just kind of hangs there. Seems not have
I'm
much heart.
assuming there's someone on a controller or some other, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, 100%. So you proceed down to the tunnel, and at first it's like dark and kind of dirty, and then it eventually turns into this like gray concrete passageway that seems to lead along a long path. There are charging stations on the side that seem to be fit for either power armor or heavy duty droids, like heavy duty like robots. And you actually see coming, I think away from you, there is a patrol of 6 like heavy. I think 3 of them are mining bots with like drills on their hands, and 3 of them are armed with like arm blasters that are like really big and have like almost like a Tesla coil at the end. Um, and it appears that the like 3 drilling ones are like digging a hole forward, and the 3 guards are just kind of like watching their flank.
Should we try to talk to them or should we try to sneak around them? What do y'all think?
Are these
I
like
think we should not
are
engage
these
them.
are these just like automatons, or are they the people kind of machines?
These are moving like automatons.
No, I'm asking Taro.
Oh, okay, sorry.
'cause he-
Yeah, they probably are autonomous. Especially all the way out here and underground. Be hard to get a signal.
The possibility that they're probably just like me. They accidentally woke up and they're just doing their subroutines like any machine does.
Tark, I will note something about these robots.
Okay.
They don't have heads. The head of a robot is usually very important in like information processing. Whatever they're doing is coming from like a signal from somewhere else.
Okay.
Probably a pretty powerful signal to get this deep underground.
Either a powerful, very powerful signal or something not too far from here. If it's coming from Hole, it's amazing.
I want to test something.
Yeah.
Who, who I have like 3 armor. Would y'all say that I'm like the tankiest one here that can probably take the most damage? Or
I now also have 3 armor because I'm wearing pajamas.
I have 2 armor.
I guess. Well, I guess are we all?
What was that, Bun? I think you cut out.
Oh, sorry. Are we like all hiding right now?
I presume so. Yeah, like they have not seen you yet.
Yeah. Except for we're gonna like take a step back. Probably gonna like test something and just take a step out and try to see if they react to Seb at all.
Yeah, I think one of these armored robots, which are definitely from Hull, by the way, I should mention, these are definitely Hull robots. They're like very gray and simplistic.
Oh man, we got 4 robots.
All 3 of them point out their arm blasters, and one of them says, "Civilian, please turn back. You have not seen anything here."
Oh, actually, I'm not a civilian. I'm going to try to bluff here. Out of character, I'm going to bluff here, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm actually with the. I'm actually with the police. I'm here to investigate some recent reports of problems here.
I think that's flirt with danger.
Yeah.
Or flirt with disaster. What's your allure?
My lure is 0.
Okay. So let's roll.
But only because of the expression.
You got an 8. So on a 7 to 9, you must pick one from each list.
All right, can I have the list?
Yeah, it's on the stream. It's flirt with disaster if you have the book. I think you do, right?
On a 7 to 8, pick one from each list. On a 10, pick one. But no, but on a miss, okay. They'll believe me, but they'll send word of this up the chain.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So one of them says, "Oh, an officer. Okay, we will continue our work here, and we will make sure that this is reported with the." I'm trying to think if there's like a specific group that would deal with this sort of stuff. I need to look back up at whole lore.
The executive committee.
There's probably several like labor relations type. Maybe this wouldn't be labor relations though.
Yeah. Who? I think I'm trying to remember who was. Yes, this is being driven by the Catholic Range. So
right.
we will discuss this with Catholic Range led committees.
I do a finger gun and do a like electronic click with my like voice synthesizer and go, making sure everything's up to code.
Excellent. We will continue our work.
Right. So we're free to go.
So, Eclipse, is this? So they're like drilling the tunnel. So there's no way to go but towards the robots that are drilling, right?
There's a way back. There's a way that seems to go like way back, like
okay.
A bunch of like concrete tunnels, like forks, and it is a network of concrete tunnels that's been going for a bit.
I see.
This is mighty worrying.
Yeah.
Take the time to explore, try to find the source of this. I mean, it's probably the Hole, definitely, but there's.
I think we can only deal with one problem at a time.
Yeah, that's true.
I revised my estimate. I don't think they're looking for something. This might be a supply route or an attack route. If they need to get,
Oh,
if they need to move
okay.
troops,
Given the
they
scale
could
of
do
them
it really
charging
easy.
docks, I could see it easily being both.
Yeah, I think Holes is planning to go a lot more aggressive than they've been. Those little cameras were just the tip of the iceberg, I guess.
Damn foolish.
Yeah.
We should see where the tunnels go.
Yeah. I vote for following the tunnels to see where they go.
But we could very easily get lost. And at some point we need to go to the Cerberus, right? You know,
Yeah.
we can't just wander around all day.
We did make Saddle here a promise that we'd help them out.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Saddle,
pretty
by the way, has
we-
been with us. Garvel's been
I'd
carrying.
love to get these runes off. It is true.
I'm pretty
They're-
sure
they got some good experts over there. Plus, we could probably give them a warning about what we found.
Steven, you're a bit close to your mic.
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
here's basically my thought process of how this. Oh, I gotta.
Let me. I think Bun might have gotten temporarily interrupted.
Okay.
Time is up. Okay. We'll wait for Bun to come back.
Okay.
I'll put us on hold for now. All right, be right back.
All right.
Hi, we're back. So Bun, what
Yeah,
were you
sorry.
saying before?
Basically, it'd probably be a bad idea to explore these tunnels. Yeah, because like we did promise the Saddle that we'd help them, but like these drones had to start to get down. So if we find the source of where they start surface,
Sorry, what was that last part you cut out about?
basically these drones they had to start somewhere on the surface to get underground. So if we find where they started, if they find where they started, we'll find. If we find where they started, we'd find surface basically.
Yeah.
I would lay odds that they started at Hole or thereabouts. Unless someone has stolen a lot of technology.
It's possible. It's worth a try.
Yeah, if we are going to explore these tunnels, we need some better communications and probably some paper, and we should map them out and we should be prepared. I don't know that we should do it right now.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, that's fair.
this
I
is
think
a
it's
lot.
fair.
This is a lot, and definitely something worth warning people about. But I don't think we can really act on it right now.
Yeah, a few more people might not hurt. And as I said, we do have a prior engagement, assuming it's safe to be on the surface again.
I will note something. Garvel and Tark in Disc 2, you encountered a concrete tunnel underneath the hospital. Now, like an old abandoned hospital. Back then, you assumed that it was part of the hospital itself,
Right.
but you did find hole digging equipment down there.
Yeah.
Is
They
that the
probably
same
been-
tunnel?
My guess is they've probably been working on these for a long while.
Yeah, it would take a long time to.
This kind of
shift all
project
through.
ain't quick. And then reinforce the tunnel with the concrete, like you see over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this was built slowly and built to last, which I hate. Up and down.
My main is if this is supply routes, why are they digging towards places that don't really need to be supplied or won't really have any importance, like the jail?
They're gonna need to be supplied later, when they move their troops. I bet.
Here.
I don't think this is going to be used for anything other than some kind of invasion.
Let's get out of
That's
here
fair.
and find
that's
the.
my, es- that's my estimation too.
Which means that they said the Catholic range. That's weird. Actually, I need to refresh myself on.
Yeah, the Catholic range represent about how much was it? I lost it again.
They have like 40% or so. Are they the minority party or the majority party?
They are the minority party. They have about 30% versus the Revenkists 40% in whole, and they prioritize automation. They are individually known as Catholics, and there is a lot of conflict between the Revenkists who want more physical labor and the Catholic range who want more autonomous labor and presumably expansion and stuff like that.
Yeah. So they said Catholic range, and that kind of hangs together. They were always more expansionist, I guess. But they must be cooperating with the Revenkists because they. That's weird. I wonder if they got the Sodders involved. Oh, Hole's a mess. It's bad, whatever it is. If everybody has agreed on doing this. Maybe they haven't though.
Maybe it's worse than they're doing it in secret.
That Durkis said something about all that spy equipment being hidden, right?
Yeah, they it wasn't in the approved plans or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And that networking spy stuff probably would be how they'd be getting the control signals for the mechs out here, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know a lot about it. I only looked at it briefly. But yeah, a lot of this is bad. Whether they have the full support of the council or not, I don't know which is worse, honestly. But yeah, we need to get out of here and go do whatever we need to do at Cerberus and then go back to Prime Square, I think. Because if we need to look into this, we need to look into it with more people.
Might be worthwhile spreading the word to other folks to keep their eyes on the ground too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, let's try to make our way.
I can't imagine I imagine there'd be plenty of higher ups over at Hull who wouldn't bat an eyelid about kicking the folks out of their home at the Cerberus just to take it over. A lot of computing power.
Yeah, absolutely. They would love that, I'm sure. Yeah.
And you damn know that they ain't got no love for the folks of Composite Sphere, so.
No, they don't. No, they don't. And And I don't think they have much love for Prime Square either. I mean, they don't have much love for anybody, even me. And I used to live there.
I don't think they have much love for themselves either.
Mm,
Just in
maybe.
general. In general, they don't
I
seem to have it in great
I
supply.
always fancied the the managers like themselves, but maybe not. I don't know. Um, but yeah, we should go.
Yeah, let's find a way back up topside. And I'd kind of be more comfortable with the swords than this right now.
Yeah.
At least we won't get lost.
So you're gonna use
All
the like bulletproof tactical canoe to like walk
Yes.
across the sword storm.
Yeah, like it's
Tactical canoe.
we don't really have the time or resources to commit to charting those tunnels right now. Because like we would inevitably have to end up fighting something.
Who knows where they go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, what tag should I add to Snake Eyes, by the way? I can up my
Oh.
arsenal. I can add it. Whenever I pick up a weapon, it just gets a new tag.
That's a
while I'm
good
using
question. There are probably some very powerful ones that you could pick.
Yeah. I don't intend on keeping it though, so I don't think I'll bother coming up with one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna make this knife that we just found in this box like the most powerful weapon in the game, and we just never use it.
You
It's
should
already it's already a magic knife made only to kill.
put
so.
stun on it. Put stun
Oh.
1 on it so you can forgo damage.
That could be useful.
You just coat it in foam.
we just find this knife in this box while traveling, and it's like the best weapon in all of Leaving, and we just never use it. We just
Yeah.
don't care.
That's right.
Sometimes you don't do violence. It's okay.
Cool. So
Get piercing one now.
hell yeah.
Cool.
It's even sharper.
There is a it's kind of a slow clearing of the storm of swords as you arrive at Cerberus, which seems mostly untouched. It seems like they used like an energy shield to protect themselves, and you three arrive and see that there's someone like someone wearing like a like tan cloak who you don't recognize. They're not a machine. Among like the other people you recognize, like Dream of Love, and let me see if I can find some other Cerberus names. Well, the Three Towers, obviously, something other and what have you. I don't think I have any other names, but there's Dream of Love. Some other cool robots, you know, with like cool like
There was-
wide hats.
What was their name? I don't remember their name.
Yeah, I feel like there are other names. I just can't remember them.
Yeah, I don't. We might have forgotten to write them down.
That's sad. I might need to go back into that VOD. Yeah, damn. Either way, our cool friends from Cerberus, who we don't remember, all sorts of cool robots.
Yeah.
And you see this person in like a gray cloak, who has sort of like mid dark skin. They're wearing a like an old suit of armor, and one of their arms is like this like completely dark red tentacle, and the other has like a hand on it or like a mouth on it, and they appear to be using the mouth to like slurp down some soup in a bowl. I think Germ of Love is a bit busy as you three arrive and like gives Garvel a wave, but is otherwise like predisposed with some sort of like big server tower that they're working on.
Alright, so we'll go up to the I guess the question: do I recognize the person there, just slurping the soup?
I think not even Garvel Sand recognizes this person.
All right, they're a new arrival.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zip will walk up to them
Yeah, well,
and say hello.
I think they give like a light grunt and they say, "Hey there."
is Beep around? Do you know?
I I'm not I'm not great at names. Sorry.
You know
What do they
worries.
look like?
Beep was a big robot, if I remember correctly, like a big clunky, boxy robot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know where that person is. They're down the hall there, and they gesture
Great.
towards the
Thanks.
hallway. Of course.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Name's Garvel. Glad to meet you.
That's nice to meet you as well. I'm leaving.
Oh, hey, that's the same name as.
Bye then.
Uh,
Bye.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Well, I hope you find what you need.
Thank you. I'll find it soon enough. And yeah, you see Beep. Did I make Art a Beep? I'm like losing my mind here.
Yeah, like I think we just forgot to write down most of the stuff that happened the previous times we went to the server.
That's so
As-
sad.
I remember Beat specifically because they had a line they spoke. And
Yeah,
I remember Dream of Love, but
I don't remember Beep. Do you remember Beep's voice?
just kind of like robot voice,
Okay.
like vocoder robot voice situation. Because that was back when you were still using the voice meeting, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm not using that anymore. Okay. Yeah, I can. Uh, hello. How are you
Hey,
doing,
Beat.
Garvel Sand?
Um, I'm okay. Uh, we met somebody here. This is Saddle, and they're needing the help of some of your experts here.
Ah,
They're
a parliamentarian or parliament runic saddle. I think we can deal with this.
yeah they don't like some of the well, Saddle can explain it to you best. They'll know what they know what they need.
Of course. Yes, I need to become the greatest dancer of all time. A pair of stomping legs and arms that can work and wiggle for days. I think we could handle that. And Beep takes Saddle and and brings them back towards a workshop room and then starts kind of examining their
Yeah.
runes.
Hey, what's Dream working on right now?
I
What's Dream of Love working on?
as is that an in character? Like, is that asking like?
Yeah, that's Garvel asking Beep.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think of like a cool thing that um. Oh, I have a very Disco Elysium idea. Um, they're trying to figure out the code of the Rainbow of Atrophy.
no.
Didn't you mean like? Do you mean code as in coded message or code as in like programming code?
The programming code, the arcane code.
I didn't realize Ghost had that.
I mean, you have DNA. have whatever I'm running on, makes sense that they something, right?
I guess.
You'd have to talk to Dream of Love about it. I don't really fully understand it.
Yeah, I gotta bring her up to date on a couple recent events.
Yeah,
Hey,
Dream of Love seems busy, but not too busy to talk.
I'm hoping I can speak to her privately about a thing or two.
Of course, go ahead. I'm sure she's not too busy.
Oh. Hey, Tark,
Yeah?
could you fill Beep in on what we found back there?
Yeah, I
And
think so.
You understood all the mechanical aspects better than me, so I think you'd be best to explain it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that.
I gotta talk to my friend about something private.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell the I'll tell the robot about the Okay.
Yes and no. Yes and nods.
Beef's good people.
So what do we want to focus on now? I assume we probably want to focus on Garvel talking to Dream of Love, right?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with
Yeah.
just saying
Hand waving.
Tark anxiously explains tunnels to Beep,
Yeah.
and we focus on Garvel's stuff.
Garvel, you find Dream of Love like half like upper body like inside, like she's like sitting on like one server tower and her upper body is like inside of another one, and like you can only really see like her like legs and her shoes.
Hey there, Dream of Love. Good to see you.
She
You got
sorry.
time for a break? You got time to take a break?
I think I got. Did she have a British accent or like a Garvel Western accent? I genuinely forget. It's been almost a year.
I have also completely forgotten, but like she can have whatever accent she wants. You can just like switch the settings on her vocal implant. So
This is true. Yeah, I think I'll give her like a Western accent. Hey, Garvel. She hops out of the server tower. Yeah, I got a second or two. Well, what's up?
s- private matter. If we can meet in your lab,
Yeah, of
talk in your
course.
lab. Yeah.
She brings Garvel up to her lab, which is a mess of coffee cups that she really should bring down to the main kitchen that are empty, long empty, uh, papers and disk drives and CDs, all sorts of tools.
You really gotta wash these mugs, or everyone else ain't gonna have any to use.
Yeah, I'll get around to it. Things have been pretty busy lately.
Yeah. They're so some of my pals are filling in Beep on one issue, but I got some major personal oh upheavals. I should probably tell you as my primary mechanic and doctor.
Right, of course.
Uh, so I guess Garvel like sort of explains his perspective on what happened when he was sort of like when like the spirit inside Heartbreaker led him underground and he ended up like sort of physically and spiritually merged with some sort of like half-formed time clone of his past self.
I think it takes Dream of Love like a couple of moments to think about this. Like,
And he's like, like under he shows off under his clothes how he has like some shiny new like new air quote cybernetics like next to some of the like the parts he's had forever. But they'll have like identical serial numbers.
yeah, that's. I don't think I've ever dealt with something like this before, Garvel.
And now guess what? Not
Yeah.
only was it some ancient duke living in the damn weapon, now they're gone, and it's young me. Say hi, me. And I sort of pick up the rifle. Me says hi.
This is a communist. You should probably kill her, Garvel.
I'm a communist. Shut up.
Oh, this is good. Um, Dream of Love says, that must be in an even more annoying voice than the last one, huh?
Well, I mean, if I learned when I got older, maybe I can teach young me some better ways of doing it.
Here's hoping. Uh, hmm. I mean, Garvel, for the first time, at least you got something in you that's not gonna, you know. I mean, it's gonna be annoying, but it's not gonna haunt you the whole way through.
Yeah, sounds like he had some sinister plans, which I'm probably going to inevitably get wrapped up in foiling.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't wanna. You could stay at Prime Square. You could stay here.
I could have just gotten on board that boat. But I thought you and I both know I got way too much to do.
Yeah. Yes, you do.
I ain't earned that yet.
Um,
I'm wondering if there's if I could get like I don't know, a systems checkup. I got no clue how well this whole mess is gonna hold together.
yeah, I could give you a systems checkup. Uh, we should probably get you down to one of the labs for that.
Yeah, I just wanted to fill you in a a more familiar atmosphere, I suppose.
Audiovore, how do you feel about Dream of Love flirting with Garvel?
Garvel is uncomfortable. I personally am down for that. Garvel himself is like he is uncomfortable with it because like he's technically still married. Assuming his ex-wife is still alive. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
But they technically they just ran his family just kind of one time he went home and they weren't there anymore. And
Yeah.
he doesn't really know what happened to them.
So
But
I think she will say, like, unless you want to do it here.
do you have the right tools?
Oh, I got all the tools, don't worry.
All right, if whatever's easier for you, Doc.
Uh,
This is Garvel being completely not understanding that that's what's happening.
I don't think we're on the same page. Let's go down to the lab. I'll take care of you.
God.
All right, but you're the expert.
Garvel. I think she's like leading Garvel out of the office down to the lab as she says this. You're a tough man. I'm sure you got plenty of folks interested in you. Sometimes people, you know what innuendo is, right?
Familiar with the concept, yes.
I was deploying a little bit of innuendo. I think it flew over your head though. It's no worry. Listen, and yeah.
And he's just got like this absolute shocked face. um, um, oh, hmm. Deeply awkward, uncomfortable old man noises.
Listen, Garble. You you're a good man, all right? I I have to admit that I've developed a fondness for you.
That's um, that's something. Thanks.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure all your limbs are working right, and we'll send you on your way for now.
I ain't got much to comment on. That's not something I've given myself the luxury of thinking about for near on, I guess, 30, 40 years at this point.
Yeah.
I've been
I
around a while.
I trust me, if anyone knows, it's me. I've done, you know, I've seen
Yeah, I
your
guess
cybernetics inside and out.
I guess and folks like us appearances can be deceiving.
Yeah. I mean, as old as you think you are, sorry, I just had to fix my purpur. As old as you think you are, you know, I'm from the Sable Skies, right? Um, I came over here before it was even popular.
Yeah, how'd you pull that off anyway?
There's lots of doors, lots of doors and passageways.
Well, there's plenty of ways into leaving, I suppose. Just find the right trash chute.
Yeah, not too many out, unless you're asleep to dream, uh, or I guess if you're gouged and you got an amber eye.
Let's. I'm gonna. I'm gonna go into a sleep mode now, and you can take a look at the innards. And then at some point in the future, when I've had time to process it, I'll get back to you on that other thing.
Sure, yeah, I'll make sure your heart and lungs are working and all that. And yeah, Dreamlove will take care of Garvel's organs. Uh, to be clear, like, because I know that this is like there is a lot of like collective TTRPG community trauma around like uh robots and consent. There's nothing sexy about what Dream of Love is doing to Garvel's body. It is entirely medical.
Yeah, it is purely a mechanical and medical process.
Mm.
Of like he's on this. Yeah.
Yeah. It is. Anyways. So Tark and Seb, what are you up to while Garvel's getting treated and examined?
I guess I guess since Tark is probably already done filling in Beep, I guess Seb's probably just trying to get to know Beep. Because I haven't been around the whole, like, was the whole around when Seb was active?
This is not part of Whole. This is
Not the whole. What was it?
this is the Cerberus. Yeah,
Cerberus.
it has three
Yeah,
Cerberus. It's Cerberus.
Yeah, was this around when Seb was awake?
Uh, hmm. It was probably lesser.
It was probably still owned controlled by the Parliament at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Seb's probably trying to get to know Beep and try to get to know the local area, I guess.
Cool. Yeah, I think Seb would learn that Beep was originally a registration drone at a like I think what is now um the basketball metropolis, but used to be like a pretty substantial civilian city for the parliament, and they had their rune um actually scratched out in error, like it was damaged in error, and they they were thrown out, and they wound up coming up north here to help out with Cerberus after the speaker's death.
Oh dear, that's not fun. Yeah, my experience with the Parliament's not so great. They kind of abandoned me once everything went sideways.
Yes, this was also the case with my existence. It was a it was a bad day.
Definitely, yeah. Don't really have much memories because I wasn't really. Memories kind of already jabbered and I wasn't awake for it, but yeah, it wasn't. I imagine it wasn't great.
Yes, I'm happy to be here now, though. We do a lot of interesting and essential research, as well as provide mechanical aid for various machines, you know, we could likely restore some of your memory if you wanted.
Uh, I. How much would that influence me personality wise?
Well, much of your personality is determined by what you know about yourself and your experiences, so likely quite a bit.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm ready for that.
That's
Yeah,
understandable.
yeah, what if it's terrible?
Probably very. It's probably not the best.
You're not the first machine to suffer under this weight, and you won't be the last. Many machines come here contemplating whether they should install uh, information from secondary hard drives or even just unconnected parts uh, of their artificial cortices. It's a dangerous process.
I mean, surely I have to. It's part of who I am. I can't flee it forever, but I
Sure
want to
you
make
can.
sure. But I need to make sure I'm ready for it. I mean, yeah, I could, but
You
is
just
that,
you just don't.
I suppose, but is that healthy to continue to run from that?
I don't know, but it's probably easier.
Uh,
And
it feels like Seb's
No.
gun is like burning against their body, and it says, uh, hmm. You know, if you do this, will be one and the same.
Yeah. What do you? Could I have some? What do you mean? Like if I connect my memories, or
If you connect us,
I'm
everything that
gonna
you've forgotten.
I'm gonna place my hand on my gun and shake my head. For today, maybe not. No,
It's understandable.
I might change my mind, but for now, no.
You should do it when you're ready.
Sure. Yeah.
I was talking to something.
oh, I was just gonna say Tark is gonna back a little bit away if you put your hand on a firearm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Sam suddenly raises her hand. And realizes, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that was scary.
Yeah, yeah, it's fine. Um,
Yeah, sorry. Reminiscing about memories is makes you forget about your surroundings.
sure, yeah.
I think with that, Garvel is back from observation, and has a as clean a bill of health as Garvel can get. Some things had to be seared back together, but he's as good as new, quote unquote.
As
Uh,
As
he's as
good
good
as
as
old.
he's as good as old,
good as recent.
as good as recent, and yeah. I think we should take a break.
Yeah, let's take a
How long
break.
of a break do you want to take?
Uh, uh, 3 microseconds.
Let's take a 5 minute break.
Take a 5 minute break.
All right. See y'all in five
All right.
minutes.
Yeah, see
Bye.
you. Bye.
Hi, Paprika Gals, thank you for the raid. We're taking a little break. We'll be back in a tiny bit. Thank you so much. I hope you had fun with Toho, Tuhu Hee Hee, Ho Ho. And yeah, we'll be back soon. We're gonna wrap up this session of It's Up to You, really. I'll give a quick summary for those who are coming in. We're on break, but this episode, the Prime Square crew, namely Garvel Sand, who's a funny cyborg robot, um, Tark, who is a lizard person who works with like machines and stuff, and Seb, who is an amnesiac RoboCop, um, are going from their home in Prime Square to the Cerberus, which is nearby. Uh, little outpost to help a sentient saddle remove some runes so that it can stop being a tool for oppression of animals and a become what it dreams to be, which is a master of dance. And on the way, we're dealing with some of their personal problems, including uh, Tark's relationship to Hole, which is a like kind of tanky, commie place, and we're dealing with Garvel just having swapped out his like it's very complicated, but basically he had a gun that had the spirit of an ancient duke in it, and now it has a version of a younger like a younger version of himself in it. Um, and also we're dealing with Seb and his memory, or sorry, their memory, and their desire to not recover that at this point. So yeah, and I think after that we'll probably have the return home, uh, and potentially more drama. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to It's Up to You, really. Uh, and welcome Paprika Gallus, who raided, and all his friends. We're just finishing up here. The group is in Cerberus, and Garvel just got out of his surgery or not surgery, but like his little checkup. I mean, I guess it was surgical, because we live in Magic Future, and you can safely open up people's cybernetic bodies to look at their organs and make sure that they're all good. Uh,
And another thing that happened on the ice crown, put it on, and now it's turned all leaving into like a weird ice wasteland.
that's from a
the thing-
different
the thi-
show.
You can't
the
just
thing-
say things like that. They don't know.
The thing about the Parliament is that they built their combat cyborgs to last.
Yeah. So yeah, what are y'all doing now? That you're reunited.
I guess Sub's just trying to go and like look towards Garvel, like in like a question, like trying to like ask a question, but non-verbally to make sure they're all right.
Marvel just kind of gives you a thumbs up.
All right, said no.
How did Beep take the news about the tunnels?
Are you muted, Eclipse?
I am muted. Hi. I think
Hi.
I think Beep made a committed promise to look into it and seemed genuinely concerned.
Okay.
We appreciate if you could, you know, spread the word around a bit to like, folks who you think might share our concerns about that.
Of course.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
the folks in Composite Sphere would probably be pretty worried about it too, so.
Yes, I'd think so as well. They're not fans of Hole there, from my understanding.
Yeah.
If we can get enough people together
Oh,
to do it, we do plan to take a little expedition into some of the tunnels. So I guess we'll see what we find there. But I
Yeah.
expect it'll just be more tunnels.
If it weren't for all them like power
Mhm.
armor charging ducts, I'd say, oh, look, a useful.
I think my
Concern.
Discord's
Actually,
taking fire damage. Oh
Just a
god.
bit. Oh,
Okay, I think we're good now.
what's
no.
happening?
I think people could hear y'all, but I think there were some issues with the way that it was reading. It was reading Discord, I guess. I don't know. Something weird happened. It's fine now.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, actually, how
Oh
to
no.
charge those charging stations, just in case we need to.
What was the question that Seb was asking?
Oh, I was if we needed to, just in case, to sabotage those power armor charging stations, how hard would it be in those tunnels? I mean,
If they're tied to a
I
power
think
system. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go. Sorry, go ahead.
If they're tied to a power system, likely pretty easy. You just need to channel the power that's going in back in on itself.
Yeah,
cool, thumbs up. Right, that can work.
we could do something like that.
Yeah, dead power suits. They got dead power suits.
We'd either have to do it to most of them or find whatever's powering it. I would assume they must have power stations along the route too. They're not. There's no way all the power is coming from Hull.
I know. They had power in Troubletown before. Maybe they
Right.
scavenged some parts from there.
Yeah, maybe.
I couldn't say. But it's a lot of power, and they're not going to run cable through the whole tunnel. Well, I mean, they might if they had to, but I don't know. Especially if they're doing if the Catholic Range is trying to do this quietly, they're not taxing the city's grid with
Yeah, they'd probably want
miles
something.
and miles of tunnel.
Probably want something off-site that they can use without it being observed.
Yeah.
Clips. How?
What was that?
What would you say? My charger and those chargers were compatible.
Hang on, repeat that. It really cut out. Oh no. Is this on my end? Fun?
Oh, hello.
Hi, can you repeat what you said?
Would you say those chargers for the power armors in Seb's charger are compatible? Like, could Seb interface with them?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I wonder if we could possibly. Maybe.
Possibly interface with them?
Yeah.
Might be worth trying.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you
there's a
luck with
strong-
that, if that's what you intend to do.
Gotta do something.
Either way, we better head home and let folks know what we found.
Probably good idea to go to Prime Square.
Hey,
Yeah.
Saddle, you get those legs of yours working? I'd love to see your dance.
I'll come back when I'm finished up. They're currently being like stretched out and like reworked around like some like metal poles and stuff. Like they're turning them into like a complete humanoid, basically.
Wait, how many legs do you want? Saddle? Like 2, 3,
Deal of the
4?
2 is probably best for dancing, I'd say.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, have you ever seen a centipede dance?
No, I've never seen a centipede dance.
I mean, you got a lot of legs, and you use mostly your legs for dancing, right?
Yeah, but I feel like you lose a bit of the you lose a bit of the accentuation if you dance with too many legs. When you dance with 1 to 2 legs, the emphasis is on the two legs that you're dancing with.
It's true. Yeah, that's true.
I imagine it's more just a difference in style than anything else.
This is very possible. I would like 2 legs because I think it seems nice.
Fair.
Well,
All right.
I'll see you back at Prime Square. I'll be back the moment that I'm able to walk.
Yeah, good to see you.
Good luck.
Of course.
Stay safe.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
We'll see you back home and later on.
Wishing you good luck as well. I suppose we should
Thanks.
roll. I suppose we should roll on the road again, right?
Yeah.
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 All right. Let's.
Someone else can roll if they'd like.
Yeah.
Never rolled, so I'll be up for rolling.
Cool. You have a 1, right? Plus
What
1.
is it again?
Survival.
It's
Survivability is 0.
Okay. Let me put that back then. Oh wait, I just rolled 3. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's a 3. You get 1 XP. And I pick 2, and you pick 1. So what's your pick?
Oh, that's fine. We find something of interest.
Okay. I think you've minimized drawing attention to yourself. And oh, I have an idea. Actually, do I want to do this now? Trying to think of fun things to do here. Yeah, actually. Danger appears.
Oh no.
Um, I think you're actually pretty close to Prime Square when this happens. Um, there is a camp set up um, outside of Prime Square, and
Oh,
in the middle of the camp, you see that this camp appears to be associated with the Sable Spires, or sorry, not Sable Spires. That's a different thing. Associated with the Sable Sky Sanctuary, and there are a number of troopers wearing armor and carrying swords and axes and spears and all sorts of melee weapons, along with bows and a few laser weapons. And among them
oh,
is yeah.
do get to choose what something of interest is here, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, you absolutely can do that.
Yeah. I really like I really like this camp being around something that's a fragment of something important, but I can't tell what. Like, what would be a cool fragment of something? Like a fragment of the old moon, fragment of the void. What
Yeah.
What would be a good fragment? That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Man, this is really just breaking down. Hang on. Okay. Uh, I think maybe like a
Frag
maybe the ruins of like an old like sky highway.
Rune of what?
Like the ruins of like an old sky highway.
Oh no. Yeah, sure, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So yeah, there's like a like this used to be made like out of the scaff or it was like held together by the scaffolding that the speaker provided, and like it just collapsed and is now completely just piles of concrete and asphalt, and these people are kind of using it as like a temporary way outpost, and among this group, looking into an array of consoles is someone that I think only Garvel will recognize. This is Arbiter Villia, who is looking into a number of consoles and just kind of tapping her finger on her chin. Um, she's this like just for a reminder, she hasn't shown up since disc one. She is a light-skinned woman with short, kind of bobbed. Actually, I think it's long now. Long black hair, long wild black hair. She has black streaks across her face that have white, like glowing white eyes, and she's wearing like a elaborate robed, like like powerful like robe with armor attached to it. Uh, a lot of, like silver and gray and white and black.
Now, if I remember correctly, we were sort of like trading with the people of Veneton, but we didn't deal much with the actual Sable Sanctuary itself, right?
Yeah, like they're kind of connected, but yeah, you mostly dealt with Benetton.
Yeah, because like Veneton is like just the normal. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like the Sable Sanctuary is sort of like the people who came here to kill parliamentarians, and then Veneton is just like people who wanted to move to leave it, pretty
yeah,
much.
basically.
So as far as Garvel knows, it's really weird that they're camped out here, because as far as he's concerned, they're sort of like on friendly terms. So he's not gonna like sneak. He's just gonna like walk up normal style.
Sorry,
Yeah, I
it was
don't think
Ventus.
so. Right. Oh, is Seb familiar with Sable Skies peeps or no?
Uh, Probably not at this point because you've not met them.
Yeah, so I guess Seb will follow Garmin.
Yeah, Tark will follow Garvel with trepidation.
Yeah, Garvel is confused and slightly concerned. Is his the expression on his face as he approaches. He's not gonna like shout out, but he's also not gonna hide. So he figures
Yeah.
somebody will spot him approaching sooner or later.
Yeah. Um, I think as you three approach, a one of the guards stops you with a sword They're wearing armor that obscures their face, and they say, "Halt! You're I believe you're from Prime Square, right?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
just on our way home when we saw your little encampment here, figured we'd see what's up.
Your passage into this camp is not permitted.
Oh?
Word of the Arbiter.
And who's this arbiter folk?
The Arbiter is the leader of the Sable Skies Sanctuary, also one of a few Arbiters in Sable Skies itself.
Yeah, it's her over there. We met once or twice. We met once before.
She's definitely an earshot of you and the guard. She's just continuing to look at the consoles.
I, Peter, have already forgotten her name again.
Villia.
Villia, Arbiter Villia.
Hey, Villia!
Yeah.
What's with the camp?
You know her?
Yeah, we met.
She'll raise her hat at this point and say, "I'm here to kill parliamentarians."
Okay.
Are there anywhere near here?
Huh?
Pretty sure they got their base down to the southeast way. You seem to be a bit off course.
Yes, but those ones are not splitting the sun in half.
What?
I think you might be operating off a flawed definition there. I don't know any parliamentarian what cut no sun in half.
Yeah, exactly.
I met you at Clip and her dragon. She is dangerous.
But that doesn't mean she's a parliamentarian.
She is. You can refuse to acknowledge it, but she is.
Says who? You? What do you know? And then they just like put their hands over their mouth, like, "Oh, I just said that, didn't I?"
I've seen more parliamentarians than you can probably count.
And so
I don't know. I can count pretty high.
look, I ain't gonna claim that what she did was smart, but like, you saw what Gouge was doing, right?
I did. We'll deal with Gouge after her.
And so you would have just let that happen? Let it continue?
We would have stopped it on our own. There was no need for this other parliamentarian to get involved.
Again with you use. I don't see why you think that applies here. She's just a kid who got some power that she don't really understand yet, and I don't see what harm. Well, how it would be, what you were hoping to do here.
You don't seem to understand. There are... Age is not of consequence to me. Her behavior reflects that of the parliamentarians, and then you hear footsteps running behind you, and a man familiar to Garvel as well. Actually, no, I don't think Garvel met Vare. An old man in like a green cloak, with a sort of short hair and a like long goatee beard, approaches, and he says, "Excuse me," and he like pushes past Garvel and past the guard, and he says, "We made an agreement. Our forces aren't supposed to be here." And Villia's eyes widen, and she says, "You don't make those sorts of judgments anymore." Out of character, this is Bear from Disc 1. The person who kind of I would say that he made like Clip's acquaintance.
Yeah, they met.
Yeah, and he made a promise to Clip that was like he would not let Villia come to Prime Square.
I'm gonna be honest here. I don't know much about the situation between you and Clip, but I'm gonna be honest. Uh, even even if you think that about Clip or whatever, like men, even like you think all of Prime Square is parliamentarians because they'll get caught in the crossfire.
We've tried reaching out to quite a few of you, and you did
Yeah,
not listen.
because we probably don't want to give you someone part of the community.
If you refuse to give a parliamentarian, then you are a parliamentarian.
Garvel, I don't like this conversation anymore. I think we should go back to Prime Square.
Yeah, I think we should go see our friends and tell them the news. And I don't know, get ready for something, I guess.
Go. Worship your fascist god. Take my attendant with you. And Ver is like, attendant? I was your right hand. Fuck you. And he like he'll like walk up to Tark and Garvel and Seven and say, I can come with, right?
Yeah, sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're not going to kill anyone in town.
No, of course I made a promise to Clip that we wouldn't come here, and Villia fucking I can't be here anymore.
Oh, I've known people like her. They start out doing the right thing, but they get so
Let's.
wrapped up in themselves they stop being able to tell where the line was.
Yeah.
Let's have this discussion not in earshot of the person we're talking about who has threatened to kill everyone.
Yes, I'd agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. What a horrible day this has been, eh?
Yeah.
Well, at least we're going home.
At least we're going home.
Yeah.
And I guess
You return home with Ver, who just seems kind of out of it and upset the whole way back.
right.
And I have an idea for a sting to end this kind of mirroring the sting from the last session.
Mhm.
When you arrive back in town, uh, you cross into the main town square, and you see a person made of black ooze riding atop the tiger from earlier, and the tiger what was the tiger's name again? I gotta
Trugan.
find it. Yes, Trugan. Trugan grins and says, uh, "I have good news. There's a new swordsman." And he kind of like nods up to Tetra, who the last time Tark and Garvel saw her was on Gouge's side in the Battle of Troubletown.
Oh no.
And that's where we'll wrap.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. End of session questions. Let me pull this up.
I like to imagine that we get into town and Tark is gonna put up the wall because we have an outside threat, and then they see this and they're really not sure if they want to be trapped in here with this weird ooze.
Actually, I will narrate one other thing. I think because I wanna like walls are bad, and they do a lot of things. And one of the things that they do, I think that they're like elk that are like not sure how to get past like or I think they're like nervous around their previous trade routes because they saw the wall go up, and so they're like going, or not trade routes, but like breeding routes. So they're like going around
Yeah.
in weird ways and like getting caught up in like mud and stuff. It's not a pretty sight. Like nature is hurting as this wall is here.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's do end of session questions.
Yeah.
Did you destroy a big enemy?
I don't think so.
I mean, not really. I don't think.
Yeah,
Sounds
I
like
don't
we
think
might
so.
next time,
Yeah,
but not
Wait,
today.
we might destroy a couple big enemies next time.
Did you make a new friend?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Any specific friends come to mind?
I made a friend with Leave, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have
And we met our cool new Sable Skies friend.
Yeah, Ver.
Yeah.
there.
Cool.
Our new Sable friend Earthworm Jim in German 985.
That's right.
Well,
Uh,
Bear might be ex Sable Skies now.
right. Did you get somewhere great?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always love going to Cerberus.
Cool. Did you find a treasure?
Yes, I have a beautiful onesie now.
So yeah.
I have an evil knife.
Evil knife.
Do you have any new questions about the world?
Yup.
Why is everyone getting ready to attack us?
That's kind of easy. Honestly. I think it's the wall.
Yeah,
Ah.
I think everyone saw the wall and said, "Oh, Prime Square's evil now. Gonna go blow him up."
Shit.
Let me think.
Yeah, I want to know what the hellhole is doing.
The people of Hull saw the wall and say, "Hey, that's our thing." They gotta blow him up now.
They saw it from across the map.
They're using their super telescope.
I'm curious about the tunnels we found and how they relate to the hole and what's up with that.
Yeah,
That's my question.
How extensive are those?
Yeah, good question.
Hope Hull is leaving our the sentient factories alone.
Sure hope so.
They deserve to live their own life, producing steel folding chairs and funny robots, respectively.
Yeah, there can only be two. If one falls, another must rise.
No
It's not that
more,
there
no
can only
less.
It's not that there can only be two. It's that there must always be two.
Yeah, that's the true. That's the secret of It's Up to You, really. Who? I feel like someone didn't ask a question because I only have two here.
I mean, Bella and I sort of asked the same question.
Okay. Yeah. That's good.
Similar questions, but the specifics were different.
Yeah, makes sense.
What is Hull's plan versus, hey, what about the tunnels though?
Yeah. Cool. And did you have fun?
Oh, I hated it.
Absolutely.
I always have fun.
And
Fun.
did you meet Death? Garvel.
Yeah,
Not
for like
quite.
a half a second there, yes.
So,
Oh, that's true.
Friend,
I'd argue
great
that we
treasure,
did.
questions, fun. That's
Enough
six,
to
I think.
enough to tell him nope, and then leave.
Yeah, that's six. 6 out of 7. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you all for being here. Everyone who's here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you folks who stuck around early for the Bun birthday bash. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Let's quickly do plugs. I'm Eclipse, Shibai. I am going to be doing a solo tabletop role playing game tomorrow. Actually, yeah, tomorrow. And it will be a Wanderhome solo journaling game called Wherever You Are. And that'll be really fun. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I have some ideas. I might be playing a ward or a guardian because they're fun. Anyways, yeah, Steven, what do you have to promote?
Hi, I'm Steven. I don't really have anything to promote other than I want to wish Bun a happy birthday one more time before I get off stream. I hope you had a really good day.
Hell yeah.
Good.
And Audiovore.
I'm Audiovore. You can find me on Twitter at Dwarven Anarchy. You can find me on Twitch, probably usually about once a week. twitch.tv/theaudiovore. My current streams are a playthrough of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne, the HD remaster that came out recently.
Cool. And Bun.
I'm Bun. You can find me at MomBun with 2 underscores. I'm a writer and a few other things. And I guess maybe soon. I don't know how soon though, but I do want to get working on this. But I'm probably going to start writing something about incorporating Clips lore.
Yeah.
I'll do that because it's just nice.
Hell yeah. Bun's gonna write a funny Eclipse. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's that. Let's raid someone. Who is streaming right now? Who I want to raid? This was a long day. About a 7-hour stream, which is really abnormal, but we're gonna raid.
Haha, I made you stream.
Who do I like here?
Chelsea Manning is streaming right now.
That could be a good option. Although I think we did that for It's Up to You really another time. I might want to go for something new.
Yeah, I think you rated her last week.
Yeah.
I wish I had. I'm gonna raid Xander Vandra. Who's playing? I didn't catch it. They're playing something. They're a very cool person though. It is Xander Vandra, right? Yes. Okay. All right. Goodbye, everyone. I'll see y'all on the other side. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a great night.
And